Kanye has really pushed the envelope this time. He's released an album that sounds good, but isn't good. And I think Ye can still make a good album. It's just not this one. Donda 2, Vulture Series, HH. This is a rough era for Ye. Bully, I feel, is his first necromantic album. Kanye resurrects different versions of himself in a way that feels pretty cynical. Consider how many of the track titles here are literally the same as previous songs or mashups of previous songs. Pull out the track list right now and check. He's very much recycling here, right? It also pulls from nearly every era of Kanye without really offering much that's new. Punch Drunk, Whatever Works are pretty egregious examples. Graduation, Trilogy, Worship, which is cool, but it gives them a certain generic quality. I don't know what's up with Kanye referencing being a clone or dead or replaced. I don't know what the concept is there, but I find it weird, unsettling. It genuinely feels like Ye admitting he's creatively comatose. And maybe there's also something to be said about how the title went from cuck to bully. Is Kanye commenting on his own emasculation and that Kanye is the bully to our cuck for what? Not giving his fans something good? Something that got me thinking about that dynamic, that cucks and bullies concept. Is the journey that the track Reich took, now released as All the Love, the end product feels kind of lifeless, almost like Kanye dangles this cool sounding song concept but then names it something that gives it this taboo. In this album's version, as great as it sounds, it's literally about nothing. It's got the most generic lyrics, and paired with the black skinhead drums, it has a very sterile, reheated feeling to it. I don't know, for me it proves that Kanye hasn't just run out of interesting things to say. He's run out of interesting ways of saying anything. All we're left with is presentation. And with Kanye, he's always been about more than presentation. Think of songs like All Falls Down or Jesus Walks or Can't Tell Me Nothing or Gorgeous. The depth and the way these ideas are tackled versus what we have here, you can't convince me it's the same. I really like Professor Sky's comparison to James Brown's late career disco remixes. Much of the album sounds great because, James Brown's singing is great and Kanye's grasp of melody is insane. A lot of the production here does sound infectious. Preacher Man, Sisters and Brothers, Highs and Lows. These are some of my favorite cuts because Kanye's ear for loops is really at that J Dilla RZA sort of level. And Kanye's flows and lyrics weave through the production in a very pleasing way. But the devil's in the details. The mixing feels glossy, it really lacks grit or texture, and this is very apparent in the second half of the album, which has skip after skip, boring, uninspired songs, but also in the details of some of the songs I otherwise mostly enjoy. I like the sound of King and All the Love, but the drums in these songs suck. They really suck. They're abrasive in a distracting, ugly kind of way. And Ye himself doesn't sound super locked in. There's a lack of energy to many of the performances here. If Bully had a sound, I think it's this big, noisy arena rap we get on tracks like King, Sisters and Brothers, this one here, but that isn't what most of the album is. Most of it is Kanye kind of playing it safe and releasing stuff he knows is going to land. Now, I'll even make a prediction. This album will be Kanye's most successful since Donda, and there will be a handful of really viral, popular songs. But let's be clear, this is not Ye at his most focused or inspired. I think Kanye's career reflects the broader inshittification of modern pop culture post-2016. When the world broke, or somewhere around then. I see loads of Kanye fans enjoying it online, and I'm not going to be a wet blanket. I'm happy they enjoy it. But nothing Ye is making now reflects the level of the attention to detail you get in a Life of Pablo or Kids See Ghosts. Go read Kanye's verses on Kids See Ghosts. None of the writing here holds a candle to that stuff. And these lines here, this is what he has to say about the state of the world right now. There's tensions? Astute observation, Mr. West. I'm gonna enjoy some of the songs here for maybe a while, but I'm also getting kind of bored listening to a billionaire flaunt their money and try to convince me he's still the genius one when he has to get bullied into taking the AI off his art, despite having enough money to not need AI, you'd think. I don't know, man. It's a tough one, and I'm left feeling pretty indifferent. But let's argue in the comments. I would love to hear some counters. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm gonna review the Earl/Mike album that's just dropped, probably within the next week. And check out some of my other videos while you're here. Maybe analyzing every coke line on the new Clips album, or how Earl kinda dissed JPEG Mafia on his latest album without anyone noticing. More coming soon. Stay tuned. Cheers.